welcome back. It's good to see you. Today we're going to talk about the pentatonic scale and the 5 positions of it. A few lessons back I just talked about how scales work, kind of showed you major, minor, major versus minor and what makes them that, the flat and third, the 6th, 7th. Last lesson we did was on the 5 positions of the major scale, which isn't used quite as often, but gives you some extra notes in there. But this lesson here is kind of the meat and bones of soloing. This is where a lot of people start off with. And I think one of the lessons I showed you the primary position. If I look back somewhere in there's the primary position of that pentatonic scale that everyone seems to use. But I'm going to show you the 5 typical ones most guitarists use. So let's get started. All right, so if you remember, we're going to use G again. If you remember before those positions, it's very similar, except they're just leaving a few notes out. And this is the G major pentatonic. So the G major was, and what we're going to leave out in the pentatonic is we're going to leave that 4th note out and the 7th note out. So you're going to have a G, A, B, D, E, back to the G. You notice that 4th isn't there and that major 7 isn't there. It leaves those out for pentatonics, just 5 notes. All right, so the patterns, I'm going to go, it's the same positions as those major scales, except we're going to be leaving some notes out. So we'll go through it here. All right, you can have 3-5 on the low E, and then 2-5 on the A, 2-5 again on the D, and then 2-4 on that G, and then 3-5 on the B, 3-5 on the high E. So you got 3-5, 2-5, 2-5, 2-4, and then 3-5, 3-5. All right, that's the first position. The second one is 5th string of the low E, and it's 5-7, then 5-7 again, 5-7 again on the D, then you've got 4-6 on the G, and then 5-8 on the B, and then 5-7 on the high E. So you got 5-7, 5-7, 5-7, 4-7, 5-8, and then 5-7. That's the second position. That's where you get those kind of walking up those notes. All right, third position. This is a pretty common one. This is what this is like the second most common pentatonic scale that people use, and it's one of my favorites. And you're going to do 7 on the low E to the 10 on the low E. And then do the same thing on that A string. So 7-10, 7-10. And then 7-9. And then 7-9 again on the G. And then 8-10 on the B. And then 7-10 on the high E. So you got 7-10, 7-10, 7-9, 7-9, 8-10, and then 7-10. All right, and that's where you get the that's a pretty common one. So it's the second most used pentatonic scale. And then let's go to the 4th position, and that's going to be 10-12 on the low E, and then repeat it again, 10-12, and then 9-12 on the D, 9-12 again, and then 10-12 on that B, and then 10-12 again. So you got 10-12, 10-12, 9-12, 9-12, 10-12, 10-12. I think that's probably the easiest one to remember. It's a pretty uniform pattern. And in the 5th position, this is the most common. We're going to do, and we're in the key of G, remember? We're going to do 12th fret of that low E to the 15th. And then you're going to do 12 to 14, 12 to 14, 12 to 14, 12, 15, 12, 15. So you got 12, 15, 12, 14, 12, 14, 12, 14, 12, 15, 12, 15. And that is the most common one. So these are all movable. Like I said, that's the key of G. If I wanted to play it in key of F, it would just be everything's moved down. You just move them around where you need them to fit. That's the biggest thing, is memorizing these top two strings so you know where some of these roots are. That's imperative that you know those so you can find these positions. All right. And like the E minor pentatonic, it's the same as the G major, relative majors, minors. I'm going to get to that in a lesson down the road, but when you learn that, it actually makes things a lot easier. When you learn that the key of G, its relative minor is the E minor. Reason being is the notes in the key of G, which are G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G, are the exact same notes in the key of E minor. E minor, F sharp, G, A, B, C, D, back to the E again. They're the same exact notes. So E minor is a relative major, relative to G major. Same with key of C. All the notes in C, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. The A minor is the relative minor of the key of C. D, relative minor is B minor. So if you played all the notes in the D major, they're the exact same notes as B minor. Which is, it's kind of a cool thing when you learn that. Like if you're in D, you want to know what its relative minor is, just go down 3 frets. So D, down to that B minor. And you've played the B minor pentatonic. Started to play the natural minor, but that B minor pentatonic, that root on the B, is the same notes in D major. So yep, they work nice over that. That's kind of how I started learning solo. My brain worked backwards. I learned the roots on the A string. So I learned like the E minor pentatonic. And I knew E minor is relative to G major, so when someone's playing G, C, D, I would play the E minor pentatonic. Someone's playing a key of A, I would be playing that F sharp. Over the A. F sharp is the relative minor of A. There's A. So it's a nice little tip if you know your relative minors. For me, it was easier to memorize scales that way. And that F minor pentatonic would be the same. F sharp is the A major scale. Same notes. All right, so there's those 5 positions and a little bit of music theory on relative minors and quick ways to remember which pattern to use over it. There's a plethora of different patterns and scales and ways to play them, but that's just 5 different ways to play those. And like I said, they're movable. Those are just what I showed you was the key of G. You move them up, down, whether it's an A or F or E or C. You just have to know if you're in the key of C. I would typically play the C major pentatonic based off the A minor, relative minor position, which is, that's your A. And that is the C. Right there's your C note. C, D, E, we're not going to get into major, but C, D, E, G, A. So when you learn relative minors, it kind of opens up to a whole new world of soloing. I'm going to get to those, a deeper theory lesson on why that works later on. But yeah, that's the positions of the pentatonic scale. And I hope this was helpful, and I hope I didn't get too far off track with some theory stuff. So thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.